Where are my results? 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 130 of the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and are you a patient person? Do you see yourself as somebody that is able to wait and let things grow? I used to be, and I still believe I am, but I would like today to share with you a bit of a thought that I had today while I was at the gym and try to have a lesson that I can share with you guys. Before we start, as always, if you like the idea of the Shower Podcast and if you like this episode, leaving a like and a subscribe really means a lot. It's just one click, but they really make the difference. I like that I've been starting to say this consistently, but really I encourage you to just go for it. It's just one click, so yeah, why not do it? Having said that, so while I was in the gym today, I due to the several, I mean, you can look in the past if you want to see in the other episodes, but due to things that were a bit outside of my control, I was not able to train consistently. And this thing kind of bothered me because during the last years, or at least since I have started training, I have never really stopped for all that much. The thing that, made me stop was, in this case, injuries that fortunately in the past I never had. So I have to admit that I have lost a bit the rhythm that I used to have in the past. But that was not really a problem because I don't suffer so much the rhythm. I do believe that once I get back into things, I'm able to pick up the rhythm quite fast because fortunately the desire and the rationale behind my choices is pretty solid. So specifically for the gym, I've never necessarily done it with the intent of having a result, but mostly because of the benefits that it has from a 360 degrees angle. So there wasn't something that I was looking for. Now, it is a bit different because I have seen that I ended up chunking, let's say, moments within my year, or at least things that I've been looking for. So my activities have also needed to adjust and be placed within those chunks. So, for example, now, while I was in Naples with my friends, we were discussing about going to a convention still in Italy. It's by the seaside. And I was like, well, before that event, I would like to get a bit more in shape for the event. And okay, that's no problem. I mean, it's whatever. The problem is that while I was training today, it was a thought. Again, it wasn't something rational, and, thinking about it and, being here is to explain to you what went through my head. But I was training, and I was like, man, where are my results? Like, even if it had been like 3 days that I've been constantly training, I was like, yeah, but where are my results? And to me, the fact that I had that thought was absurd because I know what it takes to have results in the gym. I know what it takes to have results, when you look at yourself. And in the past, I never necessarily had that thought because I was like, well, yeah, I'm training with a goal that is, 20 years in front of me. So I don't really care how I look right now. I know that I'm doing the things that I should be doing. I know that I will get a result at the end of the journey if I do the things that I told myself to do. So what is the issue? Whereas right now I'm feeling like I'm rushing a bit more into things, and I want to share this as a alert, let's say, also for you, to try to understand how much are you thinking about the end result. Are you able to follow the plan just because you made the plan, or are you constantly checking to see, do I really have to do it? Have I reached the end result? Can I stop? Because, of course, this is a very, very toxic way of doing things, and mostly it's not sustainable. I've always said it, and I will always, let's say, be an advocate for this. The moment that you do something solely for a mere result, so I want to look good for this event or that, I want to make that person jealous, or I don't know, you know the millions of reasons that people get into the gym. It's absurdly, but most often than not, it's just that, hey, it's good for my health, it's good for my looks, and overall I just know that I should do it because otherwise, it's just healthier. There is always something that pushes people, and that is understandable because we tend to do things because of a reason. It's very hard actually to enjoy and do something just for the love of the action, specifically if it involves struggling. And this was the lucky part that brought me back to to my normal thoughts, is that fortunately I enjoy my time in the gym. It's not something that I see as an effort. The difficult part for me is realizing that even if I don't do things as I should, even if I'm not training at my best, as long as I do it, it's still gonna be okay. But I'm still bothered by the fact that I know what could be the optimization. I have that information, and it's hard for me to just ignore it. So at the end of the day, it's all about building that patience. And I think that, one of the best places in which this can be matured is the gym. But of course, this kind of thought and patterns that I explained to you can be applied also to a university, to your job. And even then, at that point, if I can think about the university, you're like, I want my degree. But it's the same as saying, I've done an exam, I've done amazingly. Where are my results? Like, I wanna be over with this, and it's not the case. But there, it's a bit easier, and I think this is the distinction that we can take home. The fact that on one end you have paths that are already defined, so it's very easy to follow, the tracks. You have to do this. You have to pass, 10 exams, and then you're done. You're like, okay, you know where you are at every moment, and you know that the struggle might be closer or let's say further from the end result. Whereas with other things in life, such as gym or overall career in work, relationships, it's not something that how it's gonna go. You might have a general idea, but if you are on your own, well, you just have to trust yourself that you'll be doing it. That's why it's so much more effective when people get a personal trainer, if they get a coach. It's not so much that the exercises are better, like of course they will also be, but it's more the fact that there is somebody that tells you where you are. There's somebody that's gonna reassure you if things are not going well. And even then, it's hard. So, yeah. All of this to say, be patient and don't rush into things, because if there is one, let's say, ingredient required for success, for happiness, for whatever you want to achieve in your life, is patience. Things take time, and if you want to cut corners, you'll end up being unsatisfied. Having said that, that was all for episode 130. Already 1 month since episode 100. I feel like we are rushing to this. But I'm really happy of how it's going, specifically also the rhythm in the episodes. I feel like I'm improving also at this. So let me know in the comments if you have any take on this, as always. And until the next one, stay consistent, stay resilient, and see you tomorrow.